Now that you had a little bit of a chance to watch the actual film, we're going to play it again and I'm going to do a little commentation. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm already going to stop the film because, as you see, we've changed complete direction here. We've changed to a different camera angle. And as I mentioned, Flash doesn't really have a camera. So all I did was have a different scene. So when the film opens, this is one complete scene here. And I have this animated. So what I've done is I've taken the moon and animated that, and then the house was at the bottom of the stage, and I animated in a tween to go up. So you have to be very clever sometimes with your animations, and all of these things were just simply animated with a tween to go upwards. So it gave us the illusion of the camera panning down from here to here. Now, in the scene panel, we have a new scene, and this is the bird's eye view of our character here in sleeping. So she's got her bikini on and she's sleeping. She got her socks on, so she probably went to the beach and came home and was exhausted and went to sleep. And now we have a different scene altogether. So I'll go ahead and play it again. And once again, what I did was I simply went to another scene. And from here to here, all I did was simply select everything in this scene. I selected everything and I copied it. And what I did was I went to edit, then I went to timeline, and I simply copied all the frames, and then I pasted them in a brand new scene, so we get a little bit more of a close-up of this character. So this is like a medium shot, and let's play it. Once again, a new scene. So you can use as many scenes as you need to give the illusion of a dynamic camera. Once again, another scene, and we have the sound of a tree tapping on the window, and we simply have a tween of our eyebrow as it lifts up. And yet again, another shot. So, you really want to add a lot of life to static motion. So she's not really moving that much. So it's important to have the camera doing the motion. Now, what I did here was I swapped out her arm here. Now, this hand is one symbol, and then when it gets to the pillow, this is a different symbol. This symbol is her hand closed with this pillow attached to it. So you get the illusion that she actually grabs and moves the pillow. So this is simply one big symbol here. Trickery. Ha ha. And then she moves that over her face. Let's go ahead and play that. And what I did here was I had her hand behind the headboard here, or the baseboard of the bed or footboard or wherever they call that thing, and then I simply swapped it with the fingers in front of the bed. So there were two different symbols here on two different layers. Her hand is here, and then it's gone and replaced with a different finger hand thing on another layer. You'll notice here I have an example of parallax scrolling that we covered earlier. So the lamp is in front of the wall moves slow, the lamp moves a little bit more quickly, and then she moves the fastest actually. And because I am stopping and starting it, the sound is now no longer in sync, but that's okay. We can still keep going. And once again, we have layers here. Fingers in front of a windowsill, and the windowsill is in front of her body, and the wall is behind her. So we have a whole bunch of layers happening here. We have a tree in front of everything. And animating a body like this is very difficult, as you can imagine. There's a lot of parts here. So we have the arm, we have the shoulder, we have the hands, and we have her torso and her head and eyes all moving independently of one another. And this takes a lot of tweaking. So you just have to take some time and understand that this is not going to be an easy job. Animation is never easy. That was a movie clip of leaves. And I took a symbol of the tree, a silhouette, and I made it a symbol, and I just decreased the alpha so we get this cool shadow effect. And you may notice when the mouth appears, we have a simple animation. I have a lot of different mouth parts here. These are all separate. And I swapped them out. The bones are clip art. Sometimes you have to cheat. Each piece of dirt is simply on a different layer, and it covers up the layers that are behind it. And here we have more parallax scrolling. And that's it, basically. And the text is pretty easy. Symbols that fade in and out and move up with a tween. And there you have an analysis of the window pane. Hopefully this helps you when you start to create your own films.